Oh.
All right, we live.
Sundays and Wednesdays, yeah. 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
You can't get any better.
Best thing about it, the way he did it the right way.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have anything to say about
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. Congratulations to my dog, Chuck Little John, the OG.
Y'all didn't notice I've been changing hats all night, have you?
No.
You've been doing that. And so look, let me tell you, those dudes were the first one that I ever seen with the full tracksuit and no drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Understand that you can be at the bottom, you can be anything you want to be, and when that happens, you can be a champion like me.
Can you imagine 100 people just all yelling?
With the crew and you. To the crew and you. With the crew and you. To the crew and you.
Coleman, who's doing it? Am I doing it?
What up?
What?
I do the what up, G. You do the welcome, everybody. What up, everybody?
Okay.
Welcome to episode 32 of the crew and you. We want to thank everybody out there that's in the chat. Make sure you put your name in there so we can recognize you. We have a great show for y'all tonight. I'm sure it's going to be an outstanding show, but it's just yet to begin. Go ahead and hit them, welcoming everybody out there.
All right, man. Let's welcome everybody out there on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, man. Welcome to the channel. Remember, when you come to the channel, man, bring a friend, tell a friend, and when you come, don't come by yourself, baby. Let's get it, man.
Why you sound safe? You okay? He said, "Oh, he sounds safe."
Yeah, I tell you what we're gonna do. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and pay our bills, because I'm sure once we get started, it's gonna be hard to stop.
I already know why he excited.
Are you in the market for a new home or looking to refinance your conventional, FHA, or VA loan? The crew and you have the perfect guy for you, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. That's right, Alvin Jameson at alvinjameson.com. You can also reach him as we do at 404-587-9033. Financing a home can be one of the biggest investments you can make. Go with the one the crew and you trust, Alvin Jameson. And when you reach out to him, let him know you heard it from the crew and you. Are you in the market?
All right. I think G's the way to get him something to drink. Welcome to the show, right there, Little John. What a great week of football. I agree with you. Did Dallas play yet? We'll address that topic here in just a little bit.
We still got the
I'm getting
Alvin
it
up there.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Okay.
It's cool.
Dallas play yet.
So yeah, welcome back to everybody. So I guess I know that the hot topic today is going to be NFL. But before we get into the NFL, let's go ahead and talk about the college games that were out there this week. I guess the first game I want to start with is I know there were some doubters, some major doubters after last week when the Colorado Buffaloes played against Nebraska. So the two of you, I want to know what your viewpoints are on last night's game with Colorado and Colorado State. Let's start with you first, Corey, because you had some negative things to say last week.
I did.
Let's see how you feel this week.
Pleasantly surprised that Colorado stood up to basically a week of trash talk or a week of non-competitive banter. It was always good to see that. Now, at the same time, Fedor Sanders had a lot to say towards the end of the game. He wasn't doing no handshaking. He was pulling out, like how my man say, receipts. He talking all that trash online, and we backed it up. Don't come trying to shake my hand now. Talk plenty of junk. talked about Travis Hunter, you talked about me, talked about my brother and his broken arm. Ain't no handshake, ain't no love lost either. So I appreciate the fact that 2-1 is a better look on Colorado than 0-2 or 1-2 losses. You know what I'm saying? So good win for them. Good win. I hope they can keep up the good work.
Gee, I'm slipping too. I guess I didn't. I'm a hoster, but I ain't welcome everybody to the co-host to the show. Yeah, I guess I'm so giddy, so happy I won't get into this football. But let's welcome my co-host G and our co-host Corey. The Caters. I can't see y'all. I see a dynamic. What's the rest of it, Corey?
Dynamic duo. Dynamic duo.
Dynamic duo, and that's what my guest right beside Corey. That would be Corey's better half, and that would be Tanisha.
Why you hesitating?
Like the co-host of the show.
Hey, why you hesitating? Like he's looking like you. That's why we looking at you. Like, who you hesitating?
I'm saying better half. I didn't hesitate on better half because I don't see the better
half.
Oh,
okay.
So, G, let's go ahead and get your right.
But like Corey said, man, great win by Colorado against a lesser opponent. I guess the Colorado State is not the same team they were for last year. I think they look a little worse. I don't know how much I put into Colorado being that much better this year, but. That was a good win from, like Corey said, man. They needed to go 2-1 instead of 1-2. You can't lose to Colorado State after, of course, the trash talk they've been doing, man. But what I noticed in that game also is that Colorado State plays dirty, dog. Late hits, hitting to the head, the same stuff that they were doing last year. They continue that same trend this year against Colorado, which is horrible, man. And I think the refs got to, at some point, have to stop all that, dog. Like, they're going to get somebody hurt, and like they did last year, hurting Travis Hunter, man. So that the coach got to get a hand on it, and the refs, man. But a good win overall for Colorado. They got a juggernaut coming up, man, of a schedule coming up, man. So they had to get this done. What about you, OG? How'd you feel about it?
Oh, even though I guess y'all saying that Colorado State is a lesser opponent, I still think that Colorado showed some improvement from the previous week. They gave Shedeur time, and he shows what he can do when you give him time to throw that ball. I mean, all he needs is time to do it, and he can show exactly how good he is. I think he's getting some kickback, I guess, on what Corey said. I think the Colorado State quarterback made some comments prior to this and everything. They didn't really care about football. So I think when he refused to shake hands with him and told him you can't be like me, or something of that nature, then I think now Shedeur is getting some kickback there from about that. But to me, I mean, you can't come out and say all this stuff on social media and then think he will come and be my friend after the game over with. That's just not the way it works for me. But yeah, I think it's a good improvement from the previous week. They're gonna have to get better because, like y'all said, they have a pretty gauntlet of a schedule coming up. So
who next?
We'll see I'm not sure who's next, but we'll see what happens coming up next. Kanisha, did you want to add something in since you're here?
No, I mean, I would just say that they won a game that they should have won. The offensive line looked much better, which is what they needed to do. I will say, though, I think that this whole Travis Hunter playing two sides of the ball is going a bit far. I would like for them to put the boy in position and let it ride out, but I don't think they have any intentions on doing that. So, but I mean, otherwise, they won a game that they should have won. I'm glad they did it decisively.
Well, let me ask y'all this. She brought that up to me yesterday. So let me ask y'all, do y'all feel like, because Travis is playing, he said he's playing 80% on both sides of the ball, 80% of the snaps on offense, 80% on defense. Are they wearing him out? I mean, is it getting to be too much? Is like once the draft comes, because we know this is going to be his last season. What is he? What are the scouts looking at? What is he going to be calling himself? You know, wide receiver, DB. What do you think is going to be best for him?
I know Colorado, they call him athlete. They're not putting down as either one. And one thing I did hear too is that he doesn't practice Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. He takes those 3 days off. They give him those days off. So then so he can prepare himself for the upcoming week, doing all those plays. So I know they said that it's hard, that he still wants to practice, but with the way he's playing all these games, so they tried to give him as much of a relief during practice time, so they can save him for the game plan, playing both ways. But I agree with y'all. You just wonder. I know he did it all last season, but doing it all last season too, he missed 2 or 3 games after that dirty hit from Colorado State. So he didn't play. So he didn't actually do it the whole entire season because he missed 3 games. So can he do it for a full season? I just think it's going to be too much wear and tear on his body. I know he wants to do it, but I just think it's going to be too much wear and tear.
Yeah. I think he wanted to come out and prove something too, because he had 2 interceptions and 2 touchdowns also in this game.
Yeah, one of the interceptions pretty outstanding too. But yeah, and I thought at one time he had gotten hurt because he came out for a couple of series, but then he was right back in there.
And that's my fear with Travis Hunter playing both ways, is that he's leaving himself to get injured, or more opportunities for him to get injured playing both ways. He's so much of a talent. I know you want to keep him on the field, but the risk reward, I don't know if it's going to be good enough or great for that, man. So I would rather him do one side, which is honestly I think defense. And then if you want to make him a offensive player when he comes to the league, then you can do it that way, because he's shown he can play on both ends. But for Colorado, I think they got enough weapons on offense to move the ball. But defensive wise, he has to be on that defense. If they lose him on the defensive side, they're in trouble.
So if you were a scout, you're scouting defense?
I would, yeah. I would. 6'2", can run like a deer, ball skills, doesn't mind hitting. I would definitely want him on that side. It's very rare or hard to find DBs. You can find a receiver, so you can draft a receiver in round number 5. Yeah, and it'd be all right. So yeah, cornerbacks, it's kind of hard to come by, especially at that level.
I agree. That shit down corner is hard to come by.
OG, I know you said total athlete, but if you were a scout, what are you scouting? Offense or defense?
I'm with G. I would rather see him play defense. And if he comes to the NFL, and he still wants to play offense, then do him like they did Deion. Just run special situations for him. I mean, to let him play offense. But yeah, definitely, when he gets to the NFL, he's not going to be doing the NFL like he's doing now.
Right.
In the NFL, they're bigger, they're faster. So yeah, it's not going to work. Not taking anything away from college. But stepping up to the NFL, he's not going to be able to play both ways continuously like he's doing now. There's no way.
Thanks.
All right, so what we do now is we touch real quick on our college team. So what we do is, let's go ahead and start with G about our college team. I think G having a little rough time with football this weekend. But
Damn. Okay. I'm not saying that, G. I'm not doing that.
No, he ain't lying, dog. It's been a rough
football weekend for my boy. But let's go ahead and let him express about his Florida State Seminoles.
Hold on a second, OG. When you made that statement, my wife tapped me on the shoulder like it was me, like I was having a tough time. She was, it ain't him. It ain't me.
Look, so it started Friday night for me, honestly, watching my daughter's school, Loganville High School, get blown out at their school on Friday night. They played Habersham, and it was 47-14 with like 2 minutes left in the game. they're 0-3, 0-4 for the season, so they suck. But so it started then for us.
Wow. Okay.
And then Saturday, Florida State come out there with DJ at quarterback again, and he struggles to get the ball to the receivers. Our defense is not holding its end of the bargain as well, and we lose to Memphis, man. We made it look good, by losing by 6 points, but we still lost. Man. So Florida State I think this is the first time in like 30 years that we've been 0-3. I think the first time ever we've been 0-3 when we've been a top 10 team to start the season. So it ain't good. Ain't looking good. Doesn't feel good. So.
All right. Corey, you want to tell us a little bit about Georgia?
Yeah, man. Straight up, we deserve to be bumped down. Texas, man, they putting up buckets. When you do that, you lose your Heisman Trophy candidate from the previous year, and then plug in a true freshman, and he puts up 5 touchdowns. I mean, and you don't lose a beat. That's pretty good. So I wasn't mad. I think I said that before, that we needed to either move to 2 or 3 because of that. And then on top of that, we're going through what's going to be a juggernaut in the top, I think 2, 4, and 5. Top 5. In our next 3 games. You know what I mean? So I'm not upset. We have to do better, because I think coming up we got Alabama next, we got Texas, then we got Ole Miss, and that's 4, 2, and 5 consecutive. Just coming down the pipe. If we don't prove it within these 3 games, man, listen, I'd rather not be number 1 going into this litany of teams that we finna play now. You know what I mean? So at this point now, we're looking at Texas, which is now number 1, Alabama, which is now number 3. I think Ole Miss still stayed the same, but so we're going 2, 3, and 5 in the next 3 weeks. Tough. So I ain't mad. We're gonna just have to show a lot more grit. Not as the number 1 seed, but as I think we're number 2 right now, right? You got jumped.
Yeah, I hadn't checked. So Texas jumped.
Yeah, I know Texas jumped us, but I don't know. I didn't know. I know they said Texas is number 1. I didn't know. I don't know if we're number 2. Yeah. So I wasn't mad, bro. We needed Kentucky. Now I ain't gonna lie. Like I've always said, I think me and OG, we've always been on the same page. An SEC team is an SEC team. It's still some toughness going on. And before we leave, I'm gonna say this here. I was holding on to South Carolina, and it just didn't happen. But like LSU was up there doing their thing, and they ended up squeezing out a win. But even with South Carolina not being ranked, it was still a tough game. They just not finna come down there and mollywop nobody, especially in the SEC. So I felt the same way about playing Kentucky. It wasn't gonna be an easy road, but at the same time, because we didn't put up points, we took the W, but we didn't put up points. We needed to be jumped by Texas.
Okay. Kanisha, you want to talk on Ohio State?
We got to buy.
Oh, you had a bye this week? Okay.
I hate early buy. Yeah, we got to buy.
Well, like you said on South Carolina, it was a tough loss. Those games you got to, because they got a gauntlet of the schedule coming up now too. But I think them losing the quarterback in the first half really hurt them. Yeah. He didn't play in the second half,
but that running back was doing it.
Oh yeah, he was running. But I think if Sellers hadn't got hurt, I'm not saying they would have won, but they'd have been in a better position too. Yeah. I mean, because they had 2 questionable. I can't say 2 questionable pick sixes. One of them looked like it was definitely maybe a horse collar, but the second one was 95 yards. I mean, that call was kind of questionable, but they had they was up 17-0, so they had LSU on the ropes.
Had them on the ropes.
Yep, and just let them off. So yeah. They could have potentially definitely saved the coach's job, but they didn't. So hopefully they get Akron this week. So hopefully they can regroup on Akron. But then they have Ole Miss, Alabama, and Oklahoma after that.
What can you do in the SEC, boy?
Yeah, I know.
So now, before we do that, hey, G, I'm be like OG and give you a few minutes to get it off your chest with Florida State. What's going on, man?
If you don't have a quarterback and you don't have a defense, you can't win games. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Either if you got one of the two, then maybe they can keep you in the game, or maybe they can, win a game for you. But when you have neither, it's hard to do, man. It's hard to play in a league like they're in, and be the team that they are, and the competition that they play. It's hard to win, man. So until we get a quarterback, until we our defense plays better, this is what it's going to be. I'm surprised they're still rolling out, DJ to be our quarterback. I thought they'd have made a change a long time ago, but I think the coach then hits his thing to his wagon, man. So I think he want to go down with the ship. So I don't like it, but yeah, because I think if he don't make a change, I think he's going down with it.
All right. So we talked about college. I guess what we do, I suggest next week, G, is I think the HBCU, we could have picked the HBCU game this week, but I didn't think about it. But I guess moving forward, we're going to pick the HBCU game to add to our picks starting this week also. But so now let's go over and jump to the NFL.
Oh man, I gotta go. My flight about to.
No, it's not. I know it's not your flight, Lee. Don't try that. No. We already talked about that. Yeah. He's in the airport. Your flight don't leave now. Your flight don't leave to 7 to 8:30 out. No, 9:30 out of time. 8:30, 9:30 out of time.
My flight boards at right now.
No, it don't. Gee, I ain't heard no announcement about no flight boarding. You gonna stay here, and the thing I noticed is in the chat line. Now, usually when the Cowboys win, we see some Cowboys in the chat line. I mean, they just be going, yeah, how about them Cowboys? How about them boys? Again, your partners have let you down and left you in here to take this heat all by yourself again.
Hold on. Folks, look, obviously the OG got a whipping stick out right now. Right? Before we do that, before it get hot, because I know I'm coming up next, but I want to bring up something, and I want y'all's opinion on it. And I'm asking a question here, and I know James may not like where I'm going with this, but I gotta ask. Yeah, should Tua consider retiring?
I saw where they say he's going to a neurologist.
Yeah,
I think he should seriously consider everything. Take everything into perspective, because I think this is his. I think fourth confirmed concussion. But we don't know how many he really had before then. So yeah, with that being said, I don't think James will get upset because we actually talked about it. And his first statement to me was he thinks he need to hang it up.
Okay. I thought he wouldn't have.
Oh no, that was his first statement to me. That he thinks he needs to hang it up. But I think he needs to take it to perspective, not the money that he's going to be missing out, but his lifestyle after football. I mean, if you keep on playing and having these concussions, it may not hit you right now while you're still in the league, but how is it going to affect you after you leave the league? Your lifestyle. I mean, what's your life going to be like?
So my wife brought up something with that you just saying. What we saying about his family?
So there were interviews that were done back when he was in Alabama, and his family, specifically his dad, seemed to put immense pressure on him. Galen really left.
Did Galen leave for real?
They seem to put immense pressure on him, and I think that factors into why he keeps pushing himself and playing. There's a weird dynamic there. And I don't know. I think his dad probably has one of those mindsets like he's okay. You know, like not that he's trying to jeopardize his son, but that he's just believing in his toughness to the point where he's saying he's okay. But he's not okay. You can't, like, if you look at his reactions when he goes down, the involuntary movements his body makes, he's not okay. He's not okay. And my biggest issue, well, not biggest, but one of my issues in this situation, like now that the guardian caps are there, I think there are certain instances where the league should mandate them. And like into a situation with his past history, guardian cap should not have been optional for him. He should have had that cap on. It should have been mandated by the league. No, you've had too many serious head traumas. If you're going on the field, you have to have on a guardian cap. And I hope they visit that going forward, because if they're going to protect the players, I think that's a failure on their part not mandating it for people that are suffering injuries already.
Yeah, well, I agree, because I think this year is the first year they had the option to actually wear the guardian cap.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that should have been a no-brainer for Tua. I mean, and that's not to throw a pot shot or anything like that, but if you've gone through these seasons and had these concussions, which is definitely you're subject to concussion, so you should be protecting yourself in all manners possible to prevent you from getting additional concussions. So, yeah, I think, irregardless of what this father says, I think he needs to, just me personally, I think he needs to listen to the doctors. The doctors go tell you the truth. Okay? Like I said, your life after football is what you have to look at. It's good that you're making the money you're making right now, but it's not good if you're making that money and then when football season ends, you're in a situation where you can't enjoy the money that you earn because you having repercussions from having these concussions. Yeah, so I think he needs to seriously sit down and talk to the people that's not putting the pressure on him, as well as the doctors, and get a true realization check as far as how he should proceed with his career.
I was listening to a podcast or just a clip of a podcast the other day, and it had Teddy Bridgewater on there. And Teddy Bridgewater was talking about the reason he retired. He said that while in, I think, Minnesota, where it started at, he had got hit sliding, and he said he was on the ground asleep, and people were trying to wake him up, and he said they woke him up. And he was like, "Hey man, why y'all waking me up, man?" He thought he was in a hotel bedroom.
Wow.
And he was like, "Man, I was sleeping good." They was like, "Man, you was only knocked out for like 4 seconds," but he said it felt like 3 hours. And so he was like, "Wow." So then when he went to, I think it was Denver the next time, he had a concussion again and woke up in a hospital. So he didn't even remember any of it, the rest of the game or whatever. He woke up in the hospital. So he was like, at that point, he knew that he had to retire. And I think Bart Scott, he said something about it as well, where he said he was just walking around, going to the store, and he started seeing spots. He was like, "Oh no, this ain't right. This ain't right." So he knew that was gonna be his last year. For Tua, man, he really has to sit with his people that make decisions in his life, and make the right decision, man. Money will come and go, man, but your life is all you have, man. So he really needs to think about that part of it all, man. I would hate to see him. That CTE is for real, we all see what's going on with AB. It's for real, man. So definitely.
You think that's what's wrong with AB?
Absolutely.
AB?
Yeah, you think that's why?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think AB's dealing with CTE for real. Yeah, I think you can still think well, but I think your mind is boggled a lot though. At times, I don't think it's like every second thing, but I think at times it gets cloudy. It's like Bart Scott was saying, like it's not all the time where he gets spots that he sees, but every once in a while they come up. So absolutely, man, just praying for Tua, that he makes the right decision for himself,
Most definitely.
and his family will be okay. So yeah, make the right decision. So
Yeah.
he's a praying man. So he understands that his family be taken care of regardless. So
Yeah. And I see here where it says NFL execs have stated that Guardian caps have contributed to nearly 50% reduction in concussions during practice. So if it's working during practice, should have them wear it during the game. I mean, 50% is better than no percentage when you don't have it on, especially if you got a problem with it. So
Yeah,
I just wanted y'all opinion on that. You know what I mean?
I guess one of those things, I guess, kind of like what Felipe said. I think the NFL needs to have a requirement of the Guardian cap. Don't give you a choice. If you had X amount of concussion, then it should be a choice as far as whether you wear a Guardian cap or not. That stipulation that you had X amount.
yeah.
Don't give fans, but don't give them the choice because it's only it's to protect the player. Like you said, Corey, they recognize that it's reducing the amount of concussions in practice, so it's going to have to reduce the amount of concussions in playing in the game. So
yeah.
And you gotta protect the players from themselves.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
One more thing I thought about when watching that play, even though like Damar Hamlin did absolutely nothing wrong, right? He had nothing to do with what went wrong in that play. But I immediately thought about his mental health, like when people started talking after the game, because to go from what his situation was to now watching Tua go down and he's involved in the play, even though he did nothing wrong, like I know that had to, kind of, and he was playing a great game. Like Damar Hamlin was having a really great game. But I'm sure that had to, hit, with him, that feeling of watching, Tua go down like that and, watching his hands and stuff start to twitch. I'm sure that was, scary for him, all over again.
No doubt whatsoever.
You know what, OG? Sometimes teams need Guardian caps, too, right?
Sometimes, now we're about to bring up the subject. G. Don't come with Jersey, man. Come on now.
You see it, baby. You see it.
Right,
You see it.
Okay, we still
Yeah. Oh yeah. All day, every day, baby.
What it say, G?
They hate us. They just hate us.
I know they hate y'all today.
They just hate us.
Today, but we get to that in a minute. But I guess Corey, your team hadn't played yet. Y'all play against Philly tomorrow, so you can't give us a recap of your team. I'll go ahead and give a recap of my team, then I'll let Kanisha go, then we'll listen to what G has to say at the end. So on my team, like my name says, just keep kicking. But I mean, they beat themselves up. I mean, they were in the red zone 4 times. The 4 times they were in the red zone, they had 5 false starts. So that's why they end up kicking 6 field goals. Because they couldn't, the offensive linemen or the receivers couldn't wait till the snap count. That down there was one time, it was 4th and 1, legal procedure. Backed up, gotta kick a field goal. So yeah, they have to take care of that. I mean, and Jalen Daniels gonna have to be careful because I got word because he took a shot today. One person hit it from one side, the other person hit him right in his ribs with his helmet, and then fell on top of him. And he went out of the game for a minute, but it brings back some bad memories. When you have a running quarterback like that, I mean, he's gonna have to realize that this is the NFL now; it's not college anymore. Now, granted, a lot of times he runs it scrambling, but there was a couple of situations today where they did call plays for him, which I don't like. But they're gonna have to get these penalties in check if they're gonna win. And then one other quick thing, the other reason we won too, because on the opening kickoff, Washington ran it back, but there was a holding penalty, and Graham Gano was trying to run down the guy that was returning the kick and pulled his hamstring. So they didn't have no field goal kicker for the whole game.
Wow.
Why you as a kicker go try to run down this dude that's running the ball back? So that's why they couldn't kick in the field goal. They had the punter try to kick one of the extra points. He missed it. So they had to keep going for 2. Every time they went for two, they missed it. And then they couldn't get a field goal. They always had to go for it on fourth down. And that was from the first play of the game.
Oh, so they had to.
Wow.
Yeah, they had to. So it worked out for us. It was an ugly win, but I take a win any way I can get it. So, Kanisha, you want to give us a recap of Cleveland?
So I didn't get to really catch the game. We were out at an open house, so I had to just kind of keep my phone updating on the score and the highlights. I will say though, we are still an incomplete team. So the fact that we, got the win, as incomplete as we were, I'm pleased with that. It definitely looks like from the highlights I saw that Deshaun got into a better rhythm. He's still not throwing downfield though. He ain't still not throwing any long balls, but he is looking like he's finding his rhythm. The offensive line looked like it held up a little bit more, even though they were incomplete. We almost gave it up at the end there, but our defense held, just like I expected them to. But I say the same thing I said about Colorado. We got a win, but it was a win we should have gotten. So I would have been very upset if we lost. I am satisfied that we won, but I'm looking forward to us filling in all of our missing pieces. We've got to get fully healthy and get our team out the way they should be. But I think our season is going to trend in the right direction.
Okay. So the topic that everybody's been waiting on. I got people in the chat line say they tuned in just to make sure G is okay. Now suicide what? I got James saying he's not okay. So I was watching my game and in the commercial I flip over to the Dallas game, and man, I flipped over and saw the score. The first thing I was shocked. Second thing was I was rejoiced and happy. So, G, first-hand experience. Let us know what went on, what went wrong. And next thing first before you do that, I want to just say, y'all got two players making $90 million a year, and this happened. So let's go ahead and see what you got to say.
Yeah. So, I don't think the money matters right now, man. Money's been paid, dog, to the people that need to get paid. But the Saints came in, man. The Saints came in with that Mike Shanahan offense ran by Kubiak. And, man, ran a score up on us, dog. We had no answers for their offense at all. They scored on their first 5. They scored touchdowns on their first 5 possessions. We couldn't stop them from passing the ball. We couldn't stop them from running the ball. The offense was scoring. They were scoring early on with them, but it just wasn't enough. It was field goals, of course, but it was nonstop from beginning to end, man. Trickery that the Saints was running. They fake one way, throw the other way. Just had us. We were lost. We were lost, man. Saints came in and gave us everything we didn't want. And they like my buddy said, they picked the switch out for us. They told us to pick the switch out, man, and then whooped us with it. So it was embarrassing to be at the game. The Saints Nation, the Who Dat Nation took over the stadium.
They were deep.
They came. Oh, they were deep. Yeah, they were deep. Yeah, Who Dat Nation was deep, man. It was.
Oh,
they
Kanisha
were
said
a lot louder because they were winning.
because of the transplants. You think that's why they had a lot of people there, like from Katrina? They got people that's still there in Dallas, maybe.
Yeah, a couple here from Katrina, but they traveled. Like they was at the hotels, they was on the flights, they traveled. So they it's not that far. They drove. Some people drove, so it wasn't that bad of a drive for them. But yeah, they was out there. It was still about 70-30, but disappointing for me is the way my Cowboys crowd at home participates. They don't participate. Like it's they only participate when winning. Like so, from the beginning of the game, they don't make no noise. Like, I'm standing up. Come on, y'all, stand up. They're like, no, we're not gonna stand up yet. We're not here to stand up. But when the video camera, that when it comes on to me, man, get out of here. Y'all pissing me off. But yeah, it was a butt whooping, dog. It was a butt whooping, man. And shout out to the Saints. They came and did what they're supposed to do. They tough. Defensive wise, they tough too. So they people blaming Dak. I don't know. I don't see how. I don't know what game they watch. They blaming Dak, but the defense let us down, man. They let us down completely.
Let me ask a question. Were y'all ever? Because I didn't watch the game. I'll be honest. I mean, like when my wife went to it, it was already, to me, it seemed like it was out of the way. But were y'all ever in the game?
When it was 7-3?
Dang. Okay.
Yeah. Then look, it was 7-3, and then they got the ball. They scored on the second play, a bomb to Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah.
And then it was 14-3. And then from there, it was 14-6. Then 21-6. Then 21-13. Then 28.
I'm sorry.
then 28-13. Like then 35. Then 35-13. Then 35.
Y'all would never answer.
35-16. It was. No, we tried to answer, but we was kicking field goals, and they was going touchdowns. So we kicked the field goal at the end of the half and got the ball back in the third quarter. Kicked another field goal, made it 35-19. They went down, drove down the field, scored a touchdown. So yeah, no answers, man. Like that Saints team is gonna be pretty damn good.
Carson,
we wasn't getting no pressure on them. We got no pressure on them. We said when I walked in, I said we ain't Carolina. We ain't Carolina. I was saying, I said we might be worse than Carolina. Like,
So,
If you're going out at home, sucks, huh?
yeah. So, G, I got a question for you. I got two questions.
Yeah.
First question is, I remember last week when you were in Cleveland, you made a recording about the Cleveland fans bailing at a certain time of the game. But I'm sure that happened in Dallas today, but I didn't see that same kind of video. I was looking for that, but I couldn't find it. I looked. I couldn't find it.
If you find a Saints fan, they got it on their video because they were taking videos of it.
I thought you would be that type of person that would do stuff like that, but I guess not.
Why would I take pictures of my own fans?
But you do admit y'all were bailing though. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to get to.
They walked out. They did walk out. Yeah, they walked
Second
out.
thing was your defense exposed today?
Against the Shanahan offense, yeah. I mean that's what kills us. Is that Shanahan offense. Green Bay did it to us last year. San Francisco do it to us every year. If you got a Shanahan offense, then you can do it. But if you don't have a Shanahan offense, you ain't gonna be able to do it. All that trickery stuff. All that trickery messes with it for some reason. I don't know why. But it does.
You're gonna bounce back against the Ravens this weekend. This upcoming Sunday.
Ravens they just run a regular offense. That ain't gonna scare us.
Okay.
I
heard that.
They just scare you either, but
I heard they lost. I heard they lost today too.
Yeah, they did take.
They lost to.
And
This is up. I mean, this is we say any given Sunday. That's what this Sunday was, buddy.
Any given Sunday.
Yeah, because I mean it was a lot of upsets. I know my record. When you used to give us our records on Wednesday, I hope I won 3 games. I'm lucky if I won 3 or 4 games because the teams I picked, a lot of them definitely didn't win.
So we all know the Chiefs won because they didn't look good.
Yeah, they got a call.
They got some help.
That call at the end of the game was interference though. The guy was there. The guy was there real early. He was at the end of the game. But
I'll be honest with you, man. From what I'm seeing, for week 2, And I'm not saying I'm losing confidence in my team's ability to do anything because I hadn't seen a lot of it yet. But I'm afraid though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm afraid because like this. Listen, they put 47 up on Carolina. They put 44 on a Cowboys defense that I was high on. I ain't gonna lie. You know, the Tampa Bay don't look bad either. I thought that I had a better chance. I know it's a lot of football that's going on. A lot more football that has to happen. But honestly, this Saints team right now is. I didn't expect this. I didn't.
Yeah.
And I got them after I played this game here on Monday. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Y'all can't see that. Y'all can't see after that.
You can't see it. Then I got
They ain't got them. So
You really got bored now, don't you?
Kansas City,
New Orleans. Yeah, Eagles, Kansas City, New Orleans.
Yeah. You really got bored now, don't you, G?
yeah. You see me packing up.
Yeah. At least you got that part in there. So do we want to? I know Kanisha had a game, but I think Jigo had to leave us. So how we want to do it?
I think we board at 7:21, but we don't leave till like 8:12 or something like that. All right,
first game?
What kind of question that to ask, man? Because we don't talk about that.
He'll get on the plane and he'll be able to sit down early, first.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to go ahead and by G Walker, you want to go ahead and go your game, Kanisha?
Okay. So I am going to give you 4 skills players, and you're going to name the team. But I'm not going to give you the players' names. I'm giving you the schools that they attended. College. I'm giving you the college of the skills player, and from that you have to name the team.
Are we gonna be at least in over the AFC and NFC?
I didn't plan on it.
It's gonna be.
You don't have to wait for all 4 because sometimes the quarterback gives it away, right? So you don't have to wait for all 4. If you know the team before I get to the 4th player, you can call it out. But that's how it's gonna go. All right. Y'all ready?
All right. I'm ready.
Ooh, let's go.
Oh, I got a turn so Corey can't cheat.
Yeah, she been hiding that shit all day.
All right. I'm gonna tell you the position and then the school. So at running back, we have Georgia. At wide receiver, we have University of California. Again, at wide receiver, we have Maryland. And at QB, we have USC. What kind of game?
Chicago.
Yeah.
It's Chicago.
Oh, this is. Oh, okay. I said, what kind of game?
Catch up, Corey. Catch up.
Okay.
All right. So OG got that one first.
Oh.
All right. At tight end, we have Oklahoma. Running back, we have Alabama. Wide receiver, Boston College. At quarterback, Louisville.
Baltimore.
Yep. OG got it.
We've been delayed.
I don't like this game.
My game is tougher than the games y'all be coming up with. All right. At wide receiver, we have Alabama. Running back, we have Georgia. Second wide receiver, also Alabama. Quarterback, Clemson.
Jackson.
Cleveland.
G got it. It's Cleveland. Judy went to Alabama. Cooper went to Alabama. Chubb went to Georgia.
Yeah.
Watson went to Clemson.
Yeah, he got one on me.
All right. Corey needs to get in the game here.
I'm not protected.
All right. At running back, we got Oklahoma. Wide receiver 1, we have Maryland. Wide receiver 2, we have Michigan. Quarterback, we have Ohio State.
Oh, you Houston.
Pittsburgh.
Yep. It's Houston.
Yeah.
Come on, babe. All right. At tight end, we have Florida. Running back, we have Texas.
Atlanta.
It is Atlanta.
She didn't finish the question.
She said if you know the answer before she finished, you can call it out. Man, Gina jumped ahead of me.
Tight end, we got Wisconsin.
Florida.
No. Running back, we got Ohio State.
Oh, the
Dallas.
Cowboys.
It
Dallas.
is Cowboys.
Dallas.
Yep.
I said
Corey
Dallas.
first.
I said Dallas. I said Dallas
Okay.
first.
Cowboys.
I said Dallas first.
All right. Let's see. Wide receiver, we have Alabama. Running back, we got Penn State. Wide receiver, Mississippi.
Giants. Giants.
Which one you said, OG?
Giants.
Philadelphia.
OG got it. It's Philly.
Go.
Y'all want another one?
Go ahead.
Okay. And wide receiver, we have USC. Tight end, Iowa. Running back, Iowa State. QB, UC Berkeley.
49ers.
Yep. Nope. UC Berkeley. UC Berkeley.
Nobody?
Hold up. UC Berkeley.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants.
No, he didn't come.
Minnesota.
No. Location-wise, you're not far, though.
Green Bay.
No.
UC.
Oh no. He played it. Was it Detroit?
It's Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit. Okay.
He played. The quarterback played for UC Berkeley.
Golf.
UC Berkeley. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no way he came from. Okay.
Let me see how many more I have.
I don't care.
Okay. At receiver 1, we have Alabama. Receiver 2, we have West Alabama. Running back, we got Texas A&M. And at QB, we got Alabama.
Carolina.
No.
That's Miami.
That is Miami.
Miami.
All right, guys, we got one more. We got a running back, Pittsburgh. Wide receiver 1, Ohio State. Wide receiver 2, Wake Forest. Quarterback, Oklahoma.
Tampa Bay.
Arizona.
It is Arizona.
You lucky man. I should wait because I say one, and you know if it's not them, it's the other one. See, I should wait.
Okay, so we have
He kind of punching me, y'all. He kind of punching me.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So G won that one.
Yeah, he finally won something.
Let me wait for this old sorry game. I ain't like this.
I should have stopped counter punching. I was counter punching. I leave him open to
Are
get
you
the right one.
serious? You gonna shade my game? I'll put effort into it.
Yeah, hey, I thought you would got somebody put in the chat that we need to slow down and wait for Corey.
James said you big man.
I ain't like that game.
He asked me earlier. He said, "What's the game gonna be?" I said, "I can't tell you because then you can study and cheat."
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was real good. Thank you, Kanisha, for the game.
That was fun. I like
we
that
almost
game.
at the hour of time. There's one last little pot shot I want to throw out there to y'all. That is the Aces played the Fever back-to-back games.
They tough, boy. They tough.
And we know the outcome, right?
Yeah. Girl. They did better the second time, but like I said, Aces they kill you everywhere on that behind that arc. You know what I mean?
And you know I've been harping on Asia Wilson should be the MVP. All right, let's go ahead.
I'm going back to the lounge.
Oh, he's going back to the
No,
lounge.
I'm going back to the lounge. We got a delay.
Always. I knew you was gonna say that. Always.
I'm changing my pick. I think Caitlin Clark should be the rookie of the year.
Change your pick on what?
On rookie of the year. You said Andrew Reed should be the rookie of the year. Or you said Asia Wilson.
No, I said there's no way that they cannot get MVP to Asia Wilson.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I just ain't up there rookie of the year.
Yeah. I got you. Now, is she gonna get defensive player of the year also?
She might.
But they said she done got rookie and I'm sorry, she done got MVP and defensive player of the year 2 years in a row.
She's second in rebounds behind Aja Reese. She's first in blocks and second in steals behind Enrique. And she's about to set a record. She's already set an NBA record for scoring. 956 points in one season. She probably will get 1,000.
She 29 points away, right?
Yeah.
They got how many games left?
She already said it. I thought she already said it.
I don't know if she said today or not. They played today, so they got 2 more games.
If she got 29 points today, then she said
it. Yeah, I thought she said it. I thought she said it.
Okay. Yeah. After they finished the fever off, she was 29 shot. So
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they were pumping the ball to her.
Yeah, so the playoffs will be starting in a
We're delayed. That's all right.
But we get into those heated conversations at another time. We don't have enough time right now.
Yeah. We're gonna talk. We'll end up being playoff talk with the girls.
No, okay. Anything else y'all want to get into?
I think that was it for me. G.
No, that's it for me, fellas.
All I want to say is the Falcons are going into this game with heart, and that's all. That's it.
Oh God!
I will say this, though, G.
Well, good luck to y'all, man.
ESPN is plastering Saints just on their page. They ain't even talking about nobody else right now. It's just, I guess, the loss that y'all did. They put nothing else on there right now. I want to talk some news about something else on the home page. Just
Want to see the Cincinnati DB with the Odell Beckham Jr. interception?
Oh yeah, the guy from
That was crazy.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, that was like, I think that was his second interception of the day. That was a crazy catch.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that was
nice. That was nice.
He was quick to one.
Yeah, who was that? They had the linebacker.
All right, it's a great show, everybody. Thanks everybody out there for joining. Right. Our sponsor Alvin Johnson was out there. Alvin, I'm sorry about what happened today. Tell you, not to be chasing nobody down on the kickoff return. Got Snack Patrick, James Holt, right there, little Joe. Your Crystal was out there. I think a couple of everybody. If I didn't, go to the deep eyes, deep glad. Thank y'all for joining us today. Happy moment for song, a sorrow moment for others. Wait and see. Thank you for episode 33. Come and join us on Wednesday at 8:05. We will have another great show for you. My guy G, hit us with the Road Warriors. We get off, buddy.
You know, music stuff.
Yeah,
Man, for your
Did you hear me?
hey man, for your next available, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? For you, come see your boy at Road Warrior Sports Travel. You see how I travel to the game, man. Y'all can travel with me as well. I got a bus trip coming from Atlanta to Carolina for the Cowboys. I might be doing a Fayetteville bus trip as well from Fayetteville, North Carolina to Charlotte, North Carolina for the game as well. Man. So I hook your boy up, look your boy up at gw@travelroad.com website. All right, man, I appreciate it. Good job, OG.
All right, everybody out there. Again, thank you for joining. Have a great week. Stay safe. Keep God first and keep your head on the swivel. We are out. Hey.
What the music?
I turned it down while you was talking to try to.
Oh, okay, yeah.